Thank you. Thanks so much. I had my amplifier turned all the way down so it wasn't hearing things in the room. That's so funny because, you wanted to hear me, I imagine. Hello again. Welcome everyone to the Sandbox Wednesdays live stream. I will be, on this Wednesday, playing the game submitted for Game Jam number 2 right here, right now. Yes. Right, this is right now. This is real. And it's spectacular. In Yes, we are live. We are real. What up? So this week, as in every Wednesday, I am going to play test games and give you direct feedback on those games with the intention that if you were the designer of the game or you were somebody who was thinking about designing games with our free tool, the Sandbox Game Maker, you would know kind of the ways that would help users come to initially or come back to your games or tell other people about your games. So I give the live feedback as I play the game, how I'm feeling about each moment while I play it. And these games that I'll be playing today, again, were submitted for Game Jam number 2, so they're eligible to win a share of 50,000 sand for each one of these games. So I've got a spreadsheet that I will double check to make sure that I'm playing only Game Jam games while we go. And then after about an hour or so, I will stop the live stream here and finish my review of all of those games. Some team members have already played and completed these games, but I decided I would wait until the Wednesday stream so you could see it happen live. So, thanks for the spoiling memes. Fun fact about this week, in previous weeks I've been rolling dice on Wednesdays and Alex has been using the software for sand, but we now have integrated sand contests into my software, so I can do it in the traditional way. Let's see. Andy, there is not currently a way to access VoxEdit via iPad Pro. There are some softwares that you can kind of do some raw work on a land, but you would need to be able to use the Sandbox Game Maker to export it to that later. You cannot do any voxel editing with VoxEdit on an iPad, though, at this time. There's a Mac or PC option. There, in the future, is supposed to be a Linux option. But these are essentially the game dev tools, which are typically placed on PC. There will be future versions of the metaverse that are dedicated to mobile, but I'm not certain at this time about the game making tools, whether they would be on mobile or not. So let's see here. A 6x12 to build out. Wow, yeah, that is going to be a lot of work to do. So, we are here, and thank you again for joining. I'm going to pull up the spreadsheet. But before I do that, I guess I should get into what's going on this week. You guys can already see here on the screen. It's a little different than what I see on my screen, so let me Alt-Tab over to that. Some of the news. I want to hit the news before we get down into the gameplay. The news from this week includes, just announced right now, we will be extending the staking rewards program where you can stake your sand and ETH in an equal proportion on the Uniswap liquidity pool, then use those liquidity tokens as proof, those UniV2 tokens, as proof of your stake to earn sand rewards. This program is going to continue in December and January, again with each month having 1.5 million sand total allocated, and they are going to continue through December. It is going to feature the same land multiplier, so if you have land already or if you got land in the last pre-sale, you'll be able to use those as multipliers in this staking round. Just keeping in mind that you do not have to restake this time around. If you have the same amount of lands as you had last time, you'll get the same multipliers. It'll automatically roll over because it's the same exact contract in this round. And then if you had more lands and you wanted to change your multiplier, then you would have to unstake and restake. But that's only if you have a different number of lands right now. Otherwise, you can just continue to let it roll over, and a new 1.5 million sand will be distributed over the next month. So that's good news coming through from the team. And then also in phase 4, which is the January phase, the team is looking to implement some of the feedback that was taken in a poll on November 16th, which was additional NFT rewards for doing so. So the details of that not quite worked out. We'll get that to you in another article in the future. Hello, how are you? So in another vein of just released news, within the last hour or so, VoxEdit beta update number 6 has been released with new features and changes. Quite a good list of these, but you can find them on the medium.com/@sandboxgame. You can see some bug fixes in here, some new features, all that sort of thing. So that is now available, and I saved what I would consider to be the best for last. We also have, if you are not already doing so, you can use the new edit version of VoxEdit to create more assets with VoxEdit with the eligibility to win lands in the VoxEdit weekly contest. In this week, there is no theme. This is a free-for-all contest. I believe it's the first free-for-all contest that we've had, maybe the second, but a lot of time to submit still. You've got up until the November 30th, roughly 5 days from now, to submit, and then voting will proceed for the week after. And then as we have streams every Saturday, again this Saturday, the Game Jam number 2, once the staff has finished all the voting, we will be presenting the awards for the Game Jam to those folks who submitted. And we announced over on Twitter that we had 11 full and complete submissions as expected. As the rules dictated, that is. And so while we were going to give out a prize for the top 10, we have decided that since there was 11, we're just going to give a prize for everybody who submitted. So if you are watching and you did not submit a game to the Game Jam number 2, the next opportunity that we have for a Game Jam, I would recommend you get to work on that, because the prizes are pretty extraordinary. Out of the 50,000 sand, the winner is getting roughly, from the last event, it was roughly about $1,000 worth of sand. And in this event, the winners also are allotted land so that they can take those projects when the metaverse goes live. They can take the work that they put in and they could publish it directly and get people immediately in and playing those games. So Lee Jones, how do you get me to test the game in the Game Maker? It's pretty simple, actually. The Game Maker, and I'm going to pull that up now. Give me just 1 second. Here we go. So the Game Maker has a gallery, right? And anybody can submit anything into the gallery. You can see there's quite a few of them that just say test, lorem ipsum test. And this happens all the time. If you make a game and you want me to play it here on Wednesdays so that you can get live feedback for how does your game work, do you want to improve it, etc., absolutely send me a tweet at TheVisionEX, or you can send it on Telegram directly to me. You can send it on Discord to me, and I will try to play that next Wednesday. I do play these every Wednesday, and I may end up playing some of these games that I don't play on this stream, again, so I can give more of that live feedback to those folks who made it. But I will absolutely play anybody's game anytime if they're interested. Just keeping in mind that I spent a few years reviewing these games, or games in general, from AAA developers. So if I am harsh, it is with the intent that you understand I'm trying to help you make a product that folks will come back to as much as possible. Because the goal as a developer, I imagine, is to get people to keep coming back and keep potentially paying to play if that's your interest, or playing free to play if that's what you're into. But just getting people to come back to your game over and over and over is going to get you the best potential for a successful game. And going all the way back to the alpha test for Halo 2, I've been doing this for a very long time. So Let's get into it. Let me pull up the list here really quick. Here we go. I have the first game I'm going to look for. So the theme for the current game jam, if you didn't already know, is spooky or scary games, horror games, etc. And so the first one that I'm going to find, number one on my list, is called Spoopyland. So I'm going to try to find that really quick. There it is. Sandbox Game Jam, Spoopyland. Welcome to Spoopyland. Collect all of Mr. Baco's lost candy. Yes. So I noticed that there's a good stream of comments coming through from the YouTube specifically, and I would note that a lot of folks, if you are wanting to win up to 1,000, oh, that's interesting. This immediately is locking left, so that's pretty cool. It almost had like a side scroller effect right away. Nice crypto sauce. So if you're watching on YouTube right now, know that going on to twitch.tv will make you eligible for the contest that I'm about to announce, actually. We have these on every live stream, and I believe it's already turned on. So, ESB giveaway. And I'm going to go to my web browser really quickly to make sure that this is ready to go. I wanted to say the right thing. So, yes. So if you're watching right now, live, type !sand in the chat to be eligible for 100 sand. We are going to give away 100 sand tokens to one randomly selected person roughly 3 times on this stream, and one of those 3 will win a Wizzy NFT token exclusively for use in your Sandbox game maker. And you'll notice that if you again, if you're watching on YouTube, this is not working for you because it only works through twitch.tv. So if you're over on YouTube, make sure you go to twitch.tv/thesandboxgame. And I want to make sure this is working properly. It doesn't appear that it is, maybe? I might have to have you guys redo this. So this will be the first time that, there we go, start giveaway. Watching the stream chat. Okay, if you typed it, can you go ahead and type it again? This is my first time using the software. I mentioned before at the very beginning, very top of this live stream, that I was doing it manual, old school. People would type it in the chat and I would roll some dice. So if you already entered it once, enter it again really quickly. And I want to see that these are coming through. I'm not seeing it report on my end. Oh, there they all go. Yes. Okay, very good. It's working. Okay. So I've made it much smaller than on Alex's stream. I hope that's not a problem. I want you to be able to see as much content as you possibly can. Your names will be smaller, but I assure you they are still accounted for. So now let's play this game. Let's collect some candy. What's going on, Mr. Baco? It says trick or treat. Okay. Go. Trick or treat. Yeah, okay. You got plenty of both. Unfortunately, they won't be so easy for you to find. Tricks are more candy. Let's, okay. New objective unlocked. Find some secrets. Okay. Looks like so the child model is interesting to start with the child model. I can see that that's not animated all the way, but that's not necessarily a problem. Trying to find some candy. Some of it seems obvious. Okay. There's an alternative direction. That's good. I'm trying to look and see if there's something that I'm going to miss here. It's a good puzzle. Long pathways. So, a little bit of lag there. Okay. So, right away, find 4 secrets. This candy, can this candy be picked up? Oh, it can, but I'm gonna die. Totally gonna die. Okay, can I get out of here? Is the question. I'm running in the lava, and the lava's not damaging me. But the dragon certainly is chasing. And I can't get out. So, as a first bit of feedback, I would suggest that there always be an escape route from a pitfall if the pitfall is not going to damage you. Because the dragons can kill me, but it really only gives me the opportunity to die, right? Like nobody, I mean, yeah, here, I'm just going to go ahead and let them kill me and restart the level so I can try to do this, what appears to be a jump puzzle again. But I would say that if you're, oh, what's going on? Okay, kill me, do it, you can do it, dragons, you can do it, get me. So if I was somebody who was like 9, 10 years old, and I came upon your game, keeping in mind that the metaverse is intended to have free initiation. If I came upon your game at 9 or 10 years old and I fell off of a cliff and there was no way to get back up, I probably wouldn't be as likely as an older person to play again. So that's just some quick feedback when I'm looking at this. There totally is a way to get back up. Okay, so I'm a dumb, but also it is not apparent. So here's what I would suggest. If you were working on this, obviously the dragons are going to try to kill me, and I would be able to reach the platform. Leave like an indicator here, right where those faces are, like upward arrows in the walls, something like that. So I see, yeah, I see that now. But like something like an oops or whatever to make it as dummy proof as possible, because clearly you've got people like me playing that in the moment. It is lagging a bit as I'm going up here, so I don't know if it's loading assets. Okay. And you can collect these spinning candies, but you can also just jump on them. Okay. That's fine if I fell, because now I know I can get back up. It's funny, when you run with a child, they disappear almost. Oh! Okay. Alright. Oh! You got me. Okay. So that's going to punish me a little bit. Alright, so now that I'm a few minutes in here, 1 second while I Alt-Tab, I'm going to make a selection so that one of these fine folks can have that. Okay, I'm going to hit stop giveaway. And the winner is Hiromio. And I'm going to go on to Twitch so that I can be sure to send them a direct message really quickly. Oops. And I'm going to say at Hiromio. You won. Okay, so make sure that you send, and since I happen to be on the @Sandbox game account on my browser right now, if you could just click that and then send a direct message to me with your Ethereum wallet address so that I can get you that sand at the end of the show, and potentially the Wizzy NFT if you are the winner of that. Okay, it seems like every time I walk to exactly these points, I lag quite a bit more. And I don't know if that's on me per se. My PC's pretty expensive. Roughly, you know, all the nonsense bells and whistles is like $4,000. So I'm not sure that the lag is on me per se, but more so the client. Oh, I could just ride this dragon. No worries. All right. So I'm trying to make it past this first couple of feet. Like no real difficulty curve there, but geez. Pretty decent spikes in this level of maybe optimization needed, I would say. I don't know what it would take to make, probably just less bats around places that they're not needed. And I fell off again. It's a struggle out here. The enemy's checking you out. Alex is in the chat and he's not on the stream. Thanks for joining me, Alex. I appreciate you. All right, I'm going to back up on that one. I'm going to hit it back when I get into the into my full review of it. But as a quick note, I would say that those small platforms that you could see me constantly fall off the cliff on, I maybe make them like a 2x2 with larger separation, or like kind of checkerboard them or stagger them a bit vertically left to right. Just test that. It's probably pretty simple for you when you're in the middle of design and you click test, because you don't have that like tick load that appears to happen when you play it from the gallery. But that's part of a QA test when you're doing these, is making sure that you're going to be able to play it as a regular user. So you probably again wouldn't have noticed that when you're designing the assets and you have them all localized. But if you don't have them all localized, that can come up. So let me get on to section number 2, or the next player. So Cyber Dragon has made a sequel to what they released for the first game jam, and this one is called Greytown. And I want to see if I don't know how far back it is. It looks, maybe it's on page 1. Maybe Greytown. There it is, Greytown. Okay, so let's run into Greytown. Oh yeah, so that's the lava doing damage is just a block property. So if you just place the block, it's gonna act like a water. I'm pretty sure there's one that just says be lava or deal damage. And I don't think that it matters that it's actually lava, but that it's just a block that has that property. So I would verify that with Alex, because he's a lot more the expert when it comes to design. Like, they're dealing with this stuff every single day, whereas myself, I pretty much just play test them. And obviously I'm there with Alex when I am. Okay, so now I already remember find mother to say good morning. Okay, so I totally remember the basis of the gray level before. Got a toilet when the lid opens, always. Very good. That's a bit of a glitch, but as I recall, see, and this is interesting when I'm playing this right away. When I'm playing this, I remember the other gray game. There was something about it like go play with your computer, and then the world started to glitch. So the fact that I can come into this and immediately almost already know what I'm getting out of this, I think is a good thing. So here's Mother, and Mother didn't have an obvious like talk to me thing. So I don't know if that is a feature that you wanted to implement. Obviously you don't have to. If a user already knows that the interact action is E, it wouldn't matter. I did, but if they don't, there may be a way to show a prompt there. Good morning. Your brother didn't come home last night from Grey Labs. Can you go find him? Dinner's almost done. Okay. So from what I recall from the Grey Labs level, everything was fake. None of it was real. It was all just there was like objectives that kind of reset the world and gave it new properties as I ran through it previously. Okay, I've been to the bathroom lots of times. Okay. Leave your house. Okay, sure. Tell him I made his favorite. You hear Mother call out. Okay, let's go. And there it is. I attempted to leave the house, and upon leaving the house, I kind of respawned in the house. So it's like a puzzle game inside this smaller space, which is excellent use of the small space, but now I have to know how to get outside. Okay. And the obvious answer would be to use the front door, but that answer was possibly too obvious. Can I talk to the robot? I'm going to try it again. Every time I try to leave the house, it pops me right here. Is that intentional? I don't know. Using respawns to teleport. Yes. That is super cool. Now I gotta figure out if I can get outside. Because I remember the previous... Okay, maybe I say no. Can't beat the door down. Okay, but it popped me here. Nothing is destructible. I'm gonna beat up the rabbit. It appears to be literally the only thing in the house that is interactable. So, is that gonna change something? Maybe. Did I kill my brother? I don't know. But we'll find out. Let me try to leave the house now. That didn't work. Rabbit's still gone. Is it me? Am I doing something wrong? I feel lost on this one, for sure. She's got the same text prompt. So I'm going to talk about how this is different from the previous Grey Labs game that I played. In the last one, you talk to the mother. Could be a bug with the door. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I checked all the rooms, including my own, the toilets, you know, those sorts of things. Can't really go outside. I want to get outside, but the door... in the previous Grey Labs game that he submitted for Game Jam #1, or they, when you went to do the first task that Mother asked you to do, it would say you would say yes, and then there would be a series of situations that came up, and you'll notice that the first time that I went through the leave the house, it respawned me back in the bedroom, but this time it's not respawning me in the bedroom. But in previous Grey Labs games, you would respawn in the bedroom, and it would be like fiddle with your computer, and you'd use the computer. And then the next time you respawned, it would have a whole different series of tasks. So I imagine, and that would be something that obviously this is feedback, but this is playtesting more than feedback. I would imagine that there's a lot of depth in this game that I actually just can't see. Maybe I got a glitch. I don't know. So I'm going to try to reload it one more time and rush through that stuff. And then if it doesn't work, I'll move on to the next one. Go into the wardrobe and look up. I will do that as soon as I load it again. Greytown. Play. Yeah, it teleported the first time, for sure. It teleported me back into the bedroom, which I assumed was going to set, it was going to set everything up and move on to the next section because of it. But we'll see what happens here. Okay. Good morning. In less than an hour. Yep. Can I just jump through? Oh no. Oh boy. Okay, so right away, here we go. I've experienced a glitch in the matrix because the headspace between this object and the above, like, hey, what's up, creepy guy? How you doing? The headspace between these is just not enough for the avatar body to fit. So now I'm glitched on through that. I'll reload it one more time. One more time. And we'll see where it goes. Wish I could design. Could have used R to reset. That's a good call. You can tell. You can tell that I don't use the game maker as a designing tool all that often. I spend most of my time doing the support questions and that sort of thing. So, Clankish, I will definitely be getting to all of those games. Okay, so the time is now 10:31. So I'm going to go ahead and restart the stream giveaway tool. 1 second here. Restart. Okay. And I got the message with the ETH address already. So that's good. And just go ahead and enter !sand in the chat for me, please, so that you could be eligible to win 100 sand during the second giveaway of the show. Got a little robot buddy. And actually, now that I think about it, when I respawned, the robot was not there. Oops. Okay. Find my brother in Grey Labs. So I will attempt to go outside. And it's going to force respawn me back in the bedroom. It doesn't work if I try to go outside again. Can beat up the robot. Okay. 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 All right. So again, I'm not sure if this is intentional by design with there's no giveaways. It's walk around and plug E and get those things. So let's go ahead and read it. I've just been ignoring the noise in the wardrobe all week, just putting it off as a burr in the next room. Okay. Finished my research for the trial. Took my headphones off and heard it. Okay. Okay. So can I leave the house with that information? I cannot. But I have more information. Okay. Oh, hey, what up? How do I attack you? Oh, hey, I can talk to him if I jump and spam the button. Okay. You're terrified, yes? Oh, yeah, for sure. Wait. It doesn't... Does it allow me to continue to talk to them? Should I be? Okay. Now can I leave? I cannot. But there must be more. There must be more if I just walk up to every object and spam E. Now I'm compelled to just hit E on everything. The toilet. You have answers, don't you, toilet? You're active. It is a really good design of the house. You're absolutely right about that. The house has, you know, essentially right proportions. The rooms aren't that large compared to the avatar size, though they're spacious enough to and diverse enough in the design. They appear to be cohesive. Okay, can I talk to Mom again? Well, I can, but she just tells me to do the same thing. So, I guess my only lead is the spooky ghost, or killing this rabbit. For fun. And I'll check the contents of this room. Sorry, rabbit. You gotta go. No, nothing on the necklaces or the potential image. There's a keyboard on the floor. Last time the computer had all the answers. Guitar. Alright, we'll try with the goal one more time, but maybe there's a way that I can stand up. Oh. Oh, interesting. The door is now closed. Now that that door is closed, will this allow me to leave the house? No. But the door is closed. You can eat the pizza? I don't know. Let's see if I can eat the pizza. I cannot. Okay. Cannot leave. But the door is open again. So there's got to be a series of things that I haven't done, right? Okay, is another door closed now? Hmm. There's nothing. No hand holding, that's for sure. And I'm kind of lost because of it, I think. I'm just lost a little bit. So, I'm going to take just a second here to flip over to the giveaway, and I'm going to stop that at 99 entries. 99 on a standard day. Loving you guys. If we get over 100 entries during this live stream, we are going to do the same thing that we did last week. That's right. You guys can see that. Hopefully, those come in. Been going for 7 or so minutes. I'm going to hit stop the entry. Okay. So Joe R. in it. Right here. At Joe Rennett. You win. Please send a DM to the @the_sandbox game. Just click the name right there that I tagged you in and send me a direct message with your Ethereum wallet, please, so that I can send you 100 sand and you are eligible to win a Wizzy NFT in this show. I am going to come back to this game just as kind of I did with the last one to mix it up a little bit, and I will test that to its fullest extent as soon as I'm finished with this live stream here. I'm going to move on to the next game titled Evil Underworld. So if you are in the chat and you specifically have made a game and you want to see that get pulled live, please let me know and I will try. If you submitted it for the game jam and you want me to play it here, I will give that a shot as we go. I'm going to give this next game about 10 minutes worth of quick run through, but again, feedback on the on that last title is that there was, and probably intentionally was, zero hand holding, but it didn't appear to be obvious enough what components of the puzzle were going to potentially move. So if a door was going to slide, and again, you don't really necessarily have control over this because you're not the artist designing doors, but if you were to design a custom door asset that maybe had like a little arrow on it suggesting that it would slide of some kind, you know, just like 3 voxels showing that it might slide that way, that would help a user know that, these components move. So in other games, you'll notice in games like Uncharted, Drake's Fortune, when they were trying to jump up onto a ledge, the ledge would be slightly different color, or things to that effect. All moving objects in some games, all the moving objects have like a yellow line on it or something, where it's not necessarily detracting from the environment, but more so just points you in the right direction to be able to complete that. So we will see here where things go. So that's pretty cool. Looks. Am I supposed to try to go through the gate first? Let me try that before I run through. Okay, all the gates are unusable. I assume intentionally. I'm gonna come around. Got some cool camels out here. This dude hanging out. World is invaded by evil forces. Can you help me, my friend? Find my friend Ally. Ally? Who will give you access to the city? Of course. Find Ally. Okay. Can't go this way. I think that's probably the friend. Oh. Oh, good. It opened this door. Very good. There's some sort of asset here right away that's like an image or something that you uploaded that didn't load properly here. I don't know if that's a custom thing. Maybe it's a script or something that should be invisible that didn't work as intended. As long as the demon is present, the gates of the city will remain closed. Can you go in my place? Sure. Of course. Demons? No problem. Kill the little demon. Little demon implies that there is a big demon. Not that that's a problem. Okay, and it opened this next door. Oh, hey. What's up, little child murderer guy? What are you doing? Little surprise, was that little demon? Press enter to validate. Find Glenn to continue the adventure. Oh, good. The main gate opened at the completion. Is this Glenn? Doesn't appear to be Glenn. This is Glenn. Okay. Only the gold key will give you access to the cemetery. Sure, yeah. Where's the gold key? Welcome to hell. Interesting. Your text makes hell seem like a theme park ride. That's funny. I need a golden key. You know, I'll bet you I got up here. I did all this nonsense for nothing. Because, okay, you can't climb the ladder. That's closed. But in the previous room, there was still the door that was closed, and now it's not. Getting beat up by a mummy. Died on this next part. Okay. Gonna hack and slash them down one at a time. Okay. This is a ladder we can climb. Very good. Oh, It's a trap. Ooh. All right. Okay. Platforms move quite the distance. But are they synced? Not really. Timing is a little bit off here, but that's nitpicking. Wait, what? Whoa, 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 whoa! Okay, alright, okay. I got the key. Alright, I'm out. We're good. We're good. We're good. Am I wrong about this? Should I take the key to Glenn? Should I validate? Should probably validate. Find Joffrey. Wait, did I just leave the key? Am I supposed to leave the key? The door closed behind me. I found the right person. This is the Enchanted Forest. Enchanted Forest of Evil! Wait, did you say I got lucky, Clankersh? I never get lucky. I just either am terrible or great at games. That's just the way this works. Alright. Find Joffrey. I recognized that the character was not immune to damage very early. Oh hey, what up, little skeleton boy? They only hit me once. Is Joffrey... I assume Joffrey's not by the giant hell text. But, as a twist, that skeleton in armor back there could totally be not an evil person. Joffrey! Pick up 10 pumpkins, got it? Easy. Easy, no problem. Just gotta smash this kid. Gotta destroy this small child evil, level 50. Oh my goodness. Wait, hold up. You hit more often than the skeletons. What are you doing? Hey, get the heck out of here. There we go. Got him. Okay. I gotta... Wait, do I have to manually carry the pumpkins? How does this work? Collect 10 pumpkins. I mean, I got one. 0 out of 10? Wait, hold up. Where do I collect them to? Oh no, there's another little dude. This isn't good. Do they respawn? These little guys are gonna get me. It's gonna happen. Okay. Come on. Am I getting them? Did I get them? If they respawn, that might be the end of me. I don't know. Okay, let me see if I gotta come up here. This is not working. Where to collect the 10 pumpkins to? Apparently I'm gonna stuff one in the wall. I'll just drop that one there. We'll see what happens. There are many, but I don't know where to collect them to. Oh, there are plenty down there as well. Maybe there's a more obvious place. Nice. That zombie was totally on an elevator or something. Fell through the ground. Okay. Can collect them. There are many pumpkins. Okay, so we're past the 10-minute timer on that one right there. I will review that fully here in a bit. I like the natural flow of order when I played that. The fact that a gate was pretty much the first thing that you were gonna be at when an objective completed was really nice. Right there at the very end, obviously, there wasn't a clear place to collect the pumpkins, not in text necessarily. Plenty of pumpkins around, though. So I think once I found the place to put the pumpkins where it would have just registered a 1 out of 10, it would have been fine. But that is it's kind of a lull spot there for me in playing through, where I might not, again, when I go through this, my mentality is I'm 9 or 10 years old, uh, and then I move up from there in the layers, in terms of like what's just really, um, really basic. So if I was to give it a something out of 10, it automatically is getting in that like 6 plus range because it had a clear path to take. Um, on a side note, there was no side quest. So I assume that once I completed the pumpkins and I completed these other things, unless some kind of a secret mission was going to pop out there at the end, or you can do more things. Once I hit the victory screen, I think I might have felt completed, which is, in my opinion, shouldn't be your goal as a designer. You should always have some kind of reason to bring somebody back for at least a second play, so that they can say they did something that their friend maybe didn't. Because the goal should always be to get a person to tell their friend about your experience in the sandbox, and then that friend comes through and then they say, yeah, you did it, but you're not as good as me, right? The first player should always have a sense of pride and accomplishment for having completed an achievement that maybe their friend missed, and then their friend will strive to play that and tell someone else. That's the way that I look at that when I think about replayability. That's core for me. But again, gameplay transitioned very nicely. The level overall looked pretty good. It had specific sections that weren't obvious right away, but again, transitioned each piece of the mission into the next piece of the mission. So I really liked that overall, and a 6 out of 10 isn't a perfect score, but I used the full out of 10. Like a 1 would have been basically something that you just show up in and the world existed, but there was no missions, etc., etc. So pretty good though. Really, really a lot of fun. The size of the smallest land, Andy, I'm seeing that in the chat, is you go at 96 by 96 meters by 128 meters. So that space, keeping in mind your avatar is a normal human size at 2 meters tall, unless you specially choose a different kind of avatar to take over for the player's standard avatar. So let me move on to the last one now, and as I'm getting into this, I am going to restart the giveaway tool once again. So if you haven't, please put *sand in the chat now, and the second player will be able to be chosen. I just want to reiterate this again. Joe Rinnett, if you are listening, Joe R. in it or Joe Rinnett, if you're listening right now and you can hear me, please send a direct message to the Sandbox game here on Discord with your Ethereum wallet address, because I want to make sure that you have the 100 sand that you won on stream today. All right, so now let's see. I'm going to scroll up to look at those requests. The average avatar size in pixels, that question coming through. Every meter has 32 voxels of design space. 32 by 32 by 32. So if it's 2 meter tall avatar, then you would have 32 voxels roughly to get to the hips of the avatar, right? And then you've got the body component and the head component, and maybe that's a little bit off. Your design choices are going to be kind of your own, but you'll have the template available in VoxEdit software for designing a human or an avatar type. Kind of, it doesn't count as being like uploaded for anyone to choose as an avatar, but if you want to make a humanoid character that you can play as or fight against, then that template should be there in VoxEdit. So let's see here. Yeah, I think that the viewer count is a little bit off. First of all, I know that the viewer count only counts people who don't have it on mute. So we can have more entries, but we won't necessarily have, uh, you know, you won't necessarily see those in the viewer count. It helps a lot if if you want to mute it or what have you. I would keep it on like 3% or 5% or something like that, because it does help us get more folks interested in the sandbox by having that off mute. Um, so right now, I'm going to jump into the next one, and I wanted to see what a spooky night in the village. Let me make sure that that's in the. Yes, it is. Eduardo. Okay, cool. Very good. I will have a look at that one since you requested it specifically. Already from the image that I'm seeing right here, if this was a preview that I was looking at as to potentially play this game, well done. Right away, I like that. Brandon, I gotta be honest with you. There's a lot of folks that would mute a stream for any number of reasons. So I just bring that up so that you have an awareness of how Twitch counts those viewers. Um, Anything muted doesn't count as a viewer. So okay, Philip, your question. The bigger spoin coin on top of the fountain has slower rotation and therefore animation. Okay, so you cannot, once an object is minted, the animation properties and that are locked on that, unless it was using a animation preset, which it is not. So that NFT is, for all of its perfections and imperfections, regardless of what kind of NFT it is, just like that. So uh, there could, if there was to be a version 2 or something, it would not be the same. It gets minted separately. So let's see here. First of all, I'm liking the theme of the room. Some apparent glass here. That's pretty cool. I walk all the way forward. I can grab the ladder pretty easily. And I'm coming down. Secret tunnel. Secret tunnel. Okay, am I just about to skip the entire building because I jumped up on this? Is that what happened here? Can get outside right away. Okay. Let me go back in to see if that was the intent. Did I go outside right away? Okay. So I can get outside before the quest to get outside. So if that's not your intent, I might block this off, that one window. But, it's pretty much all the same business. And I wonder if I would have been able to trigger Dad from outside the door. Probably not. Okay. So let's see. Talk to me later. Okay. I need a sacrifice and your mother has been chosen. Are all of these options going to do the same thing? Probably. Kill Ryuk and rescue your mum. Find a way to get there. Have a hidden path. Oh, okay. All right. I think it's possible that Uncle Boris's trigger radius is too wide. If the door could open without having Uncle Boris speak, just a quick thing. But that's very cool. That was super cool. Okay, some assets appear to be loading down here. And it was going to close after a certain amount of time, so that's interesting. Okay. Oh boy, okay. Almost fell to my death. Okay, so let me think real quick. If I was climbing this ladder and I came off the ladder, I would put a ledge here, like on these blocks, so that it came up to a level where I couldn't fall off into the abyss down there. I don't know if you want people to potentially fall off into the abyss, but I would almost want to go check and see if there was a way back up from that abyss. But if that's the end of the level, or another portion you wanted people to explore later, or if it's just a world element that wants to look cool, don't let people jump off into it necessarily. Or like, I mean, obviously you could have them intentionally jump off into it, but to accidentally fall off might not. And if you're watching right now, I see it says, I can't wait to play this map. If you're watching right now on the live stream, you can play this map right now. Open up the Game Maker, right? As soon as we're finished here, open the Game Maker, open these games, play them, give your, get your experience in, have some fun. And, use it as inspiration if you're thinking about making something. The games that you save in your Game Maker, as far as I'm aware, are going to be there for as long as you want them to be there. So you may be able to design a level like this that's spooky, scary, and save it all the way until Halloween of next year and publish that to the metaverse after you've played around with it and tested it and asked people to break it and done all these things. So you can absolutely play these, though, right now in the gallery inside the Game Maker. Okay, there's a first crystal, and there are 3 more crystals scattered across the map. That door spell. So I assume this is the door spell. One of the crystals that's scattered is on the other side of this door. Can I just skip the whole thing? Because I think that's possible. That's one of them, but I don't want to miss out on anything that could potentially be. These are the crystals. They are not what I thought they were. I had assumed, and it opened the door. So that's something to consider. I don't know if the mission would have automatically continued, but again, if I can just jump up on this door and skip through the checkpoint, it could end up breaking the entire level in that regard. So check that. You need to start from your right and keep going. Okay. Oh, I see. And the crystal teleported inside the door, apparently. So that crystal would have been essential. So make sure that you make it impossible as much as possible for that to not happen. But it's all good. Okay. Oh, look at you putting in one of these Atari wizards. Help me find my precious gem. I lost it in the lake. Close to my working bench. And I'll help you get up there. Find the ice gem. Oh, nice. Okay. Can I get some candy? I needed the candies. I needed these. Oh, geez. Oh, hi, Victor. That seems like a problem. Why do I have to fight Victor? You seem like such a nice person. I just wanted the candies. Nice skeleton person. Alright. Collected one. And it teleported. Pulled the lever. I'm going up. So far, this is an amazing level, I gotta say. Like, again, everything transitions very well. It's all pretty apparent for how you play it, but it's also immersive. Each section is unique and diverse. Okay. There's an indicator here that I need to go 22 meters without, and I don't know if this is on purpose. or if I can get in there, but I'm compelled to want to go in. I'm not going to do it. I'll resist. I'll resist. I got this. I'm good. Very clear color blocks, and I think that these giant color blocks are nice in that I knew that there was already going to be 4 objectives to get total. I got the 1 right away. I had the 3 others to do. House of Crystal, Malina, beat the pyramid and gain the power of Ra. So before I do this particular game, I'm going to finish up this giveaway that has 103 entries. And stick with me here because we are going to have to do a roll for the Wizzy token. And because we have over 100 people watching, I am going to do a land NFT giveaway as well during this stream. So this land is in a 1x1. This is just the 96 meter by 96 meter by 128 vertical space. And I can tell that right now. Oops. At Haru Bianu, you win. So remember, you can't win if I don't get the Ethereum wallet address. So if I've tagged your name in the chat here, please click on the Sandbox game and send your Ethereum wallet address, please. And then I see a question in the chat. It says, will there be in-game voiceovers? Narration of characters. Right now we're working on audio design. So those kind of features aren't built into the game maker at this time, but may be available in the future. Certainly, this is only going to get more and more. Thank you, Joe. I got you right here. I'm going to copy that over to a notepad. That way I don't miss it. Okay. And then, yeah, it is intended that the game maker is going to continue to develop and get more complicated and more fleshed out. So audio design happening now, among other features that we're doing, including multiplayer, tweaking, and specializations to get ready for the metaverse launch. So I think right at the beginning of the metaverse launch, I wouldn't expect to see, narration, voiceovers, etc. It's going to be more like the essential tools to be able to produce a game that's playable, and then later on, those kinds of features may be added. So let me look here, and we'll go in. Oh, hey, spooky, scary. What's up? What's up? Okay. I fell to my not death, but I'm stuck. Okay. So immediately walking in, this appeared to be some kind of a puzzle. Can I get up, down, all around? Can I walk through a wall? Secrets? Oh. Is there a way up? I don't know if there's a way back up out of this room, but this is a hard stop for my ability to play the game. I can press R, reset gameplay, but is that going to take me back to the beginning of the game? I'm going to try to do it. Okay. I'm going to reset it. And it took me all the way back to the beginning. Okay. So, that's tough for me. If I was a lesser experienced player, I might feel defeated by the fact that I just fell into a hole and there was no way out. So now I noticed in previous, in that previous experience, I mentioned that I couldn't find a way out, but there was a way out. And then the feedback was put some kind of indicator that, hey, here's a way out. It doesn't have to be overt. Sometimes it can just be like, moss on the wall, something different, some kind of design choice that says this is the way out. in that last area. It didn't appear that there was a way out. Having a great experience with it overall up until that point. But that point might be, for some users, a hard stop. So if they got there and they fell in that hole and then they were like, oh, there's no way out, they could get frustrated and maybe not want to continue to do this. So keep that in mind, that there should be, if you have a pitfall, that there should be some kind of escape mechanic, or as you saw in the previous, that you use the teleport, if there was some kind of methodology to teleport you back to like a checkpoint of sorts, where if you're standing here and you click this, it takes your avatar and moves you from here to there, checkpoints you back at the beginning of the orange zone, or what have you. So that those are some ways to go about it. But now that we are just a few minutes left here on the stream, I am going to close this. I am going to type, and don't do it yet. It has to be up on the screen here. We're gonna do another giveaway, and we're doing it right now because we have 100 of you fine folks in the chat. Whether I can see them or not, I know it because the giveaways are strong today. And thank you for being here. Remember, you must be on twitch.tv, type !land to be eligible to win a piece of land, so that when you design your games in the Game Maker tool, which is available for free, you will be able to publish those games in the metaverse later when the metaverse becomes available. So, !land, please, in the chat. And when it's all done, I'm going to let it cook. I'm going to let this one go for a little bit. I'm going to reset, and I'm going to go ahead and play one more game. I know I'm going a bit over time today, but I already am going to be playing these experiences all day, so I might as well have fun doing it with you. So let me get my list while I'm waiting for these entrants to come through. And I had requests, actually. Somebody asked me for another request. So let's see here. I think we need invisible blocks that blocks the player from skipping something. Planned or good solution. Allo, right away, I'm seeing this feedback here. Invisible blocks. Invisible blocks could be a thing, but I think that overall, if you're already going to have a giant door mechanic, you may as well just make it that the giant door mechanic is large enough or designed in such a way that you can't just jump over it. Make it a bigger, more grand door with more design elements on it or something, or you can't jump over it to solve those kinds of problems. Let's see here. Trying to find it because I know somebody else left a request to play a particular game, but I got a pile of !lands, and I love it. My game, the Spooky Town. Okay, Allo, I saw your game on the list. I remember seeing it. So I'll go ahead and play the Spooky Town. I'm going to play it today anyway, and I can give you some live feedback as we go here. Here we go. The Spooky Town. An experience by Allo. Did I not? I don't think I played the Spooky Town. I know that I played the Gray. We'll see. We'll see if I recognize it right away. Yeah, definitely did not play this one. And it looks like there's about 1 billion quests. So you already, clearly this is somebody who has been watching me do this every Wednesday already. Like, okay, kill the 2 boss spiders in the big spooky house. New objective unlocked. Coins, candy. Yes, thank you. Right away. These are like exploration quests that I can see right away. Not essential, but something that keeps you in the world. Keeps you wanting to come back. Medicine. Okay, got a sci-fi med kit right away. Junkyard man, what's up, Junkyard man? Can you please get fuel for my car? Absolutely. Of course. Can't refuel it because I don't have the fuel. Another side quest. I'm immediately like over the moon on this, personally, because I believe... Is that the fuel? Wow, that was really quick. I'm gonna refuel it. I can't do it. I gotta enter to validate first. Refuel it. Refuel the car from the man. Wait, what? Interesting. Tried to refuel it. It did not work. Let me try to get another one of these. Can you get more of these? Okay. All right. QA test. I got the first mission done, but it didn't appear to trigger the refueling of the car. That's fine. Dig the skeleton out. Okay. Gonna dig out the skeleton. Found a hidden coin. Right away. And I like that. That's very cool. You can see it made a change to the environment. When I want to jump around. I want to find all the coins. The trees. The Lorax. They know. Oh, hey, what up? Oh, these are not good. Okay. Turns out, skeletons are evil. And they want me to die. Fair enough. But they don't hit very hard. You're gonna get him. It's gonna smash him over. Okay. What is it? Oh, ghasts. They are also murderers. Do I need to be in here? Oh, there's a lot of spoopers. A lot of skeleton boys. And they don't seem to care about that door. The door opens. Any secrets? Oh, wait. What? Did I spawn a deer out of a bookshelf? Yeah, I did. Oh, I spawned a deer out of the... Okay. I play very weird. I do. I play like on purpose. Keep in mind that I'm playing this game like I'm 9 years old. When I play these games, I am not trying to play it like I am 33 years old right now, which is my current age. I'm playing this game like I have got zero attention span, and the first thing that I see, I'm going to. Because that's how I imagine that most of our user base is going to play the game. And that's like when I was doing reviews before, if you gave me like Elmo's Letter Adventure and said review this game, I'm not going to play that in the same way that I play Halo, you know, because they're a totally different audience. It would just be like, okay, let me jump on this, let me do this, let me look, try to break it, you know, like right there. I would consider all of these deer as the game being slightly broken. Because unless there was a quest that said, you know, spawn the spooky deer or something, and I would have to figure out how to get deer in the room. But each, like the bookshelf spawning deer that I'm not even sure can die, and the fireplace spawning deer, like those can be asset drags in terms of like if you had a slow phone or a slow computer. Phone obviously not a feature of the metaverse at launch, but eventually, you know. Trying to keep that in mind. If I can just spam this and deer left, right, and center, and the windows go up and down. I like the fact that the windows open and close. That's pretty cool when you push the button. But and I guess that's how I got in here, so I should have known that. But the additional deer are now going to tax someone's device if it's a slower device. So um, I don't know if that was intentional or not, or if maybe there's supposed to be a spawner based on a timer that can put the deer outside. But they have to be, in my opinion, limited a little bit to so that you only have the essential things to do. And these skeletons are definitely going to kill me, which is probably okay, because I'm going to want to see that difficulty curve. I'm, See, one of the reasons why I always tend to like when you see these missions with fetch quests, like go get 1,000,000 coins or, go get all the candy, is it doesn't matter that I now run into this difficulty of I'm almost out of life and there's nowhere to heal, right? Because I may say, well, it doesn't matter if I die, I got 1 HP, am I going to live? I'm alive. Okay. This goes nowhere. So, in this room, if there was candy, that would be cool, but I probably showed up way too early for this. I'm gonna just guess, like, that I totally should. Look at this boss spider. The boss spider is what I'm actually supposed to be killing. So I took the easy route to the hard place. Oh, hey, that's cool. Some candy. Sounds like there's a party going on in this house. Oh yeah, speaker box. Oh yeah, this is totally a party. This is kids hanging out on skeletons who want to murder me, but in a deer. Anyway, so I like that experience overall, right? Because it doesn't matter that I died now. I already knew that there were objectives that I could complete on the way. And so, the only you don't even necessarily need the hand holding if you know that there's a way to get to the end of this. So there were things to do along the way, different missions that if you just mainline quested, you would want to come back to this. So I really like this overall, this experience. I would play this again. Would play it with the intent to beat it. And there's multiple avenues that I would get a sense of success out of it. So very good. When I played, there was no deers at all. Yeah, the deers are happening because I'm clicking on certain objects, and those objects are set as spawners on command. And then the default asset, as I recall, is a deer. So I don't know if that's the case, but you may check that. Like every time I walked up to a bookshelf and I was just spamming E. So you remember when I played in the previous game, and there was no direction in the Greytown game, I had to spam E on everything, right? So now that's in my head where I want to spam E on everything in every level I go to forever. I just want to hit E and see what happens. And so that's what I did right there. So now that I'm done, finished with that level, I'm going to go ahead. You can see 97 entries in the giveaway for land. And the winner is Pure Onion. So, Pure Onion, you win. Make sure that you send me a direct message here at the Sandbox Game by clicking the text The Sandbox Game on Twitch and DM me that Ethereum wallet address, Pure Onion, so that I can get you one land token for today. And it doesn't appear that I got the direct message from Paru. Okay, but I see it in the chat. So I'm going to copy that right there. I'm going to whisper you so that I can keep that in a whisper on this PC, because I got to send off an email to get the team to finalize this. And then I'm going to do one more roll. I need a dice. I didn't bring my dice to the table this morning, so I'm going to go grab a die. And among the first 3 people that were selected, we have... The first was Hero. Okay. The second, Joe Rinnett. And then the third was a user that I tagged just a little bit ago. Not Pure Onion, but these are the folks who are eligible. Yes, Paru, I sent you the DM. Thank you, by the way, for that. Paru. Okay, so when I get back with the dice, Hero is 1 plus 2. Joe Rennet is 3 and 4. And Paru is 5 and 6. And I will roll a dice really quick. 1 second. I'm going to grab that and be back. And the winner of that dice roll is going to win a Wizzy NFT, which are exclusive. You can only ever win one exclusive to this live stream here. No other way to get it. So I'll be right back. Giant bag of dice. Everybody. You gotta love it. Dice roll. Yeah, we're doing it old school. Got this bag right here. A bag in a bag. It's a bagception, everybody. Roy Goob, I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for hanging out, staying eligible. Got my dice here. We'll roll it. And that came up as a 4. So that means Joe Rennet, you also, on top of your 100 sand, will win one Wizzy NFT from today's stream. That will come to you via Alex. The sand will come from the Sandbox after a little bit of time. Usually it takes a little bit for that to get to you because that has to go all the way as a request to France and come back to you. So that, the Wizzy is not an avatar. Wizzy is just an asset that is exclusive again to this stream that can be used in your game maker software. But again, if you set it as avatar, which you can do with non-avatar assets, then it will automatically override who or what you look like to look like that object. So that can be done again in the game maker. I am going to go for now, continue on my way, checking out these games. Remember that the Game Jam is coming up for the awards ceremony for these games. After the staff reviews the games, votes for their favorites, we drill that down. We're giving away 50,000 sand in rewards. And as I mentioned earlier, we do still have a VoxEdit weekly contest that you can enter to win lands as well. So a lot of great things we're giving back to the community. And I will see you on Saturday with Seb and Alex for the awards ceremony. Thanks so much.